He ended up winning the vote from black people. He did that by going on a whole bunch of podcasts. He did the same thing that Trump did. He went on this show called the Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz runs a podcast that is run by the podcast called Fragrance. And that Andrew Schultz guy is a good friend of Joe Rogan, and he's a comedian, and he has a massive podcast, and he's based in New York. So he's really, really a New York podcaster. And Zohran Mamdani went on his show. Now, many people didn't talk about that, but it got millions of views. And in that hour and a half that he spoke, now remember, this is important, Andrew Schultz voted for Trump at the last election. So these aren't liberals. They're people who voted for Trump, like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was once like more left and all their podcasters, but he went on a show hosted by a guy who voted for Trump, who's become disillusioned by Trump, and he talked on that podcast for an hour and a half. And to me, I've watched all of Zohran Mamdani's videos, and that is without a doubt his best one. They go into detail about every policy. By the end of it, Andrew Schultz looked like he was about to endorse him. It was brilliant. And so a lot of that show's watched, basically it's a podcast based in New York. It's watched by an incredible shitload of young men, specifically in New York, and he won the young people vote. So there is in a sense, didn't Mamdani win like 78% of voters? Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. I think, yeah, he did. He won a large percentage of young voters. So a lot of the things that he was doing was a lot of people who don't watch those shows, like the YouTube shows or the podcasts and stuff like that, they would have gone amiss. But he was everywhere. He was on CNN, he was on MSNBC, he was on Fox News, right? Which he did fantastically on Fox News as well. He did really well. He did everything that Kamala Harris should have done last year, right?